know, you're really beautiful. And a woman that looks like that has to have her own special scent.
Oh, thank you. Maybe you could tell me what you think of this scent.
I like that.
This may be the best of all. Oh, you dirty boy, you. Oh. Donald, I thought you were a gentleman.
You can't say I didn't try.
You think gays should be allowed to be married?
It's something I haven't given lots of thought to. I live in New York City. There's a tremendous movement on to have and allow gay marriage. It's just something that is too premature for me to comment on.
How about gays serving in the military?
It would not disturb me. I mean, hey, I lived in New York City and Manhattan all my life, okay? So, you know, my views are a little bit different than if I lived in Iowa, perhaps. But it's not something that would disturb me.
Partial birth abortion, the eliminating of abortion in the third trimester. Big issue in Washington. Would President Trump ban partial birth abortion?
Well, look, I'm very pro-choice. And again, it may be a little bit of a New York background because there is some different attitude in different parts of the country. And, you know, I was raised in New York and grew up and work and everything else in New York City.
But you would not ban it?
No.
Or ban partial birth abortion?
No, I am pro-choice in every respect and as far as it goes, but I just hate it.
Do you want to save the United States of America? Do you want to help save Israel? Do you want to know the truth? Then join us at JewsForCruise.com. You don't have to be Jewish to join.
This is why Trump's going to win the election. Everybody's pretty sick and tired of all the political correctness stuff. I mean, it's getting just ridiculously out of hand. That's why everybody's supporting Trump, because the people are so tired of everyone being so freaking offended all the time. My gosh. I mean, I was just listening to some feminists earlier talking about how she's so offended that she's being attacked on the internet on her social media, and it's just like, you know, there's a block button, right? You know, if you're a public figure, you're going to be criticized, right? You know, if you open yourself up to a comment online that somebody might write something nasty because they're not sitting right in front of you and it's easy to type, why do you got to be so offended about everything? Why does everybody have to be so damn offended at everything? That's why we're supporting Trump. That's why a lot of people are supporting Trump, is because it's, you know what? Suck it up. Suck it up. You know, somebody called you a name. Here's a tissue. I mean, equal rights and all this stuff. It's just like, all right, well, doesn't that mean equal treatment as well? Women are too sensitive for certain things. You can't joke. You could call me fat all day long. I'll laugh. I'll laugh it off. You can't. Most women would be, even if they did laugh, even the ones that are just like insanely in shape, they'll still cry if you call them fat. It's insanity. I mean, it's just like, you know, they're the fair sex. So that's why it's just but we're sick of it. We're just kind of sick of all of this sensitivity. I mean, I almost cut my 2 fingers off at work yesterday, and the only reason why I really ran off to the bathroom real quick to take care of it is because I didn't want my two bros to turn around and start making fun of me, because it was stupid. I fucking wrapped that shit up and went back to work. You know, if that shit happened in the office, the ambulance would be called and everybody would be like, you know, it's just like, you lighten up, people. You know, and here's Trump, the wussification of America. He is gonna kind of try to put a stop to that, because it's just like, can we stop acting like a bunch of sissies all the time? Oh, you can't hurt their feelings, but you can't hurt their feelings. You know what? People have different opinions, and they're never gonna agree. So get over it. Get over it. You know, this is Trump. He's just like, you know what? Can we start moving forward here, because we're just falling down this hill, and nobody's stopping it. So Trump's here to stop it. I don't really, you know, don't like the guy's personality, but he's starting to, you know, he does make sense when he talks about certain things like our trade deals and just the insane corruption in Washington. Why not throw him in there? Throw him in there like a grenade. here you guys go. You guys are a bunch of assholes, and you've been fucking up our country forever. And here you go. Boom. So there it is. That's why Donald Trump is going to win. He's going to be our grenade to the politicians to fucking make them stop being so damn corrupt. Hopefully he'll just fire. You know what? Fire them all. You're fired, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired. I would not mind if, in a sense, he took us like his company and just started having this country profit and just bringing it back, you know, but bringing America, like he keeps saying, you know, oh, he's got all the sayings and all this stuff. Oh, all right, well, maybe he's right. You know, he is a businessman, he is a billionaire, he is successful. All these people try to make fun of him or try to bring him down. Oh, your companies went bankrupt. Isn't that even more props to him that he overcame adversity and that he wasn't perfect? Wow, that's relatable. To the little guy. So why would you put him down for going bankrupt? Again, what is the problem with the politicians? They try to act perfect and they're far from perfect. And Trump doesn't act perfect. He just acts like Trump. Yeah, he peps it up. People, he peps it up for the cameras. We all know that he does. But you know what? Sometimes you got to be a showman, and that's why he's going to win. He's showing up the politicians, and he's showing us a real person that could really actually do some, do some good in this country, hopefully. Or, you know, just be another asshole, and we're all just like, well, fuck it. At least we threw that grenade at the politicians. That we could just take that as a win, honestly.
Hello friends, this is Sam Cheney reporting for weaponizednews.com. Today's April 3rd, 2016, and this is why the mainstream establishment, media, and Republican Party hate Donald Trump. This is an excerpt from a speech he gave yesterday at a campaign rally in Wisconsin. Take a listen. He calls them out for being corrupt like they are.
We're going to have a strong border. We're going to have a great wall that Mexico is going to pay for. We're going to get rid of Common Core, and we're going to have local education. We're going to repeal and replace that horrible, horrible Obamacare. And I'll tell you, look, here's a story. So it's sort of like, you know, why do you do it? I didn't need this. I didn't need it, although I enjoy it. Because we have a movement going. You look at Time Magazine. There's a movement. This isn't like a normal thing. This has probably never happened before. Millions and millions of votes. Now, the Republican Party, they view me as, you know, a guy. They don't want me because I don't want money. I don't want their money. I don't want the lobbyist money. I don't want all these people. They're going to be saying, like, you know, we can't get to Trump. Because it's a crooked system. We can't get to Trump. So I got all these people against me. That's why it's important that I win. I don't want to go in there looking at the second ballot, because it's probably, you know, with the way the thing is, it's crooked as hell. Hey, look, what happens? What happens? I win the state of Louisiana, okay? Now, I'm a little bit younger then, because it was a couple of months ago. I learned. I go in, I made speeches. I had a speech the final night in this massive hangar. I pull up in my plane, I get out of my plane. Thousands and thousands of people in Louisiana. Great place, great people. I go into Louisiana, I make a speech, I make another speech, I'm all over. The election gets held. I win. Donald Trump wins the state of Louisiana, right? That's the good news. The bad news is because it's a, should I use the word crooked system? Crooked? The bad news is because it's a certain type of system. I win the state. I get thousands of more votes than Cruz. Thousands. I got fewer delegates than him. So I said, no, think of it. So I said, wait a minute, because I'm looking at the delegates. I said, wait, why does he have more delegates than me? I won the state. I won the state. By the way, I just won Missouri, by the way, so I'm sure you know. But I win Louisiana. I'm speaking in front of thousands of people for a week. I win, and I get fewer delegates than he's got. Okay, it's not fair, folks. It's not fair, because I'm the outsider. And what they do is they want to knock out the outsider because they want to keep their little party going. And the reason our country owes 21 trillion, not billion, trillion dollars, okay? The reason we owe all of this money is because of this system. So here's what we got to do. We're going to win so much. What you have to do is go out and
There it is right there, folks. The corrupt Republican Party, GOP, are nothing but a bunch of racketeer gangsters, and they're going to steal the popular vote from Donald Trump in broad daylight if we let them get away with it. Please do your own research about this very important 2016 presidential election. It is corrupt beyond imagination. We need an outsider like Donald Trump. That's why I'm voting for Donald Trump, because everyone else is against Donald Trump. All the establishment, insider, political hacks who have got us to this point in America. Subscribe to this channel, speak out, and take action.